One of India's leading business figures, Adi Godrej, the chairman of the Godrej Group, spoke exclusively to India today on the demonetization drive. In an interview with Karan Thapar, Adi Godrej raised several concerns, saying the demonetization will have a short-term impact on growth and economy, but also said that long-term, this move definitely makes sense. Take a look.
Let's come to the overall impact demonetization could have on the economy. Various agencies have put out various figures. They range from 0.5% to Dr. Manmohan Singh's 2%, which he actually called an underestimate, through to Ambit Capital, who says that GDP growth could fall to just 3.5% this year, which, given that the estimate was meant to be 7.1, 7.2, means also a fall of 3.5. What do you think will be the impact on GDP growth?
Karan, I feel that impact will depend on how fast currency is restored to the market. Now, just for argument's sake, if currency is adequately restored, say within a month, then I think there won't be any major damage to GDP growth, because all the stocks that are run down in various cases can be replenished, and consumer durable purchases which people have postponed could come back in a major way once there is sufficient cash in the situation. So it all depends how quickly the cash supply is restored.
And another corporate giant, CII President Naushad Forbes, has raised concerns over the impact of demonetization on the economy, saying that sales in rural India has been hit.
India, as you know, is a country where nearly 90% of all transactions happen by cash, 85% of all workers are paid by cash. If in these circumstances 86% of currency is taken out of circulation at one go, what impact could it have on economic activity?
So, Karan, I think as you know, we've welcomed the demonetization as the right move for the country in the long run. The concerns obviously are in the short run, because exactly as you mentioned just now, withdrawing 85% of the cash in circulation in an economy like ours, which has been so dependent on cash, causes a lot of short-term pain. If I think about some of the companies that I've been talking with over the last 2 weeks, some companies saw a drop of 90% in their business in the first 3 or 4 days. Over the last week or so, it's come back up to about a drop now of around 30%. So things are starting to stabilize and get back to normal, but we're still a long way from getting back to normal. I'd say on average, companies in the consumer space are still seeing about a 30% drop in sales. Now, this is at the overall level. I think in rural markets, they're still seeing a higher drop in sales. In urban markets, they've seen more of a recovery as cash has come back into the system and as consumers have started using credit cards and other means of making payments.